Tamil Nadu polls hit by caste name controversy. You know, we can keep talking about, which is a dance of democracy, I guess, you know, which is a record turnout and everything, which is so fantastic. But do we even look at those stories which are buried under this? Tamil Nadu now finds itself at the center of a sharp controversy. This is about caste identity and voting rights. In Srivilliputhur, residents boycotted 23rd April elections after a caste-based village name remained unchanged, despite a clear government order to remove such names. The Tamil Nadu State SC Commission has now stepped in, seeking an action taken report from the State Election Commissioner. In a letter to Chief Electoral Officer Archana Patnaik, the Commission has asked what action has been taken against officials who failed to implement the order. The row centers around the name Paracheri in Virudhunagar district. Back in October 25, the state government had issued a government order mandating the removal of renaming of caste-based names. Paracheri is clearly caste-based across the state. The order covered everything from streets and villages to water bodies and urban local bodies, but despite that, nothing really has happened. Now, the thing is that apart from this area, two other regions also decided to boycott the polls completely. One was Vangavail and the other was Nanganeri, where they said that we will not go to vote because you really don't care about us. Let's go to the guest who's actually been very involved in this entire issue, Charlene Maria Lawrence, very well-known author and social activist. Charlene, when a GO was given to change the name, which is obviously very disparaging to the caste, why do you think it was not done? This is against the law. I'm only talking legal here. Let's not even talk politics. What happens then?
See, first of all, I just don't know how Mr. Imayam woke up only today, because Mr. Imayam is the chairman of the SC, the commission for almost 3-4 years now. I don't know, just he woke up from the sleep and he's sending a notice to the election commission. Election commission took power only before like a month back, right? But the government's GO passed to remove the caste names was passed in October 2025, which was like 7 months before. And this came after a lot of villages, because Tamil Nadu is segregated. Tamil Nadu has a very segregated landscape. There's a Podu Teru, there's a common place, and then you have the Parayar or the Dalit place. It's called the colony, Seri, and in this case, a very, very dehumaning term called Paracheri. Now, from where you come from, Tamil Nadu, they don't go and ask what's your surname, because they'll say, oh, Periyar has removed our surnames. But Tamil Nadu has a very cute and supreme idea of finding caste names by asking where you're from. You say, I'm from this place, Ambedkar colony, I'm from Didir colony, I'm from this nagar, that nagar, they know who you are. So Paracheri, it's a caste denominator, caste marker. Now, we have been talking to Virudhunagar people, they've been raising this issue with Imayam, SC Commission over the last 5 years. But they have not done anything. Now Imayam is going ahead and asking the election commission why they have not changed the name. Like, this is like passing the buck. First of all, who has raised a complaint right now is the National Commission for Scheduled Caste. They have sent a notice to Virudhunagar collector asking why the name was not changed. And I'll tell you why the name is not changed. The government just passes the order. The DMK government or any DMK government specifically doesn't want to remove the caste system. They want the village to have the name as a caste marker, and all the municipalities, the panchayat leaders, everybody are castes. So that's the reason this Acham Tavartan village, the people are not getting any reports just because the government does not have a will. That's it.
All right.
And I don't know from which moral ground is Imayam even questioning the election commission.
Right.
Just because now it is hit their core that people said, because of this issue, I'm not, gonna vote. Now they are like scared and,
No, but they should have gone before the voting, no?
Yeah.
Vangavail, this has been there where feces was mixed with the water tank. Yeah. They said, you don't care about us. We don't want to. But look at this, Charlene. In this, those people have been deprived of the democratic rights. What right does any government have to deprive these people, these who are part of us, and say you can't vote? They'll say, oh, they were angry, they were fussing and all that. Why were they fussing? Did anyone go there?
No, nobody went there. That's the reason. It's one way of getting the attention. It's like, people burn themselves in front of collectorates. People do a lot of things. And the value for, they thought, okay, the value for my life is not there, value for my body is not there. At least let me reject this one power I have, the veto power, the power to vote. Let me at least go ahead and say, I'm going to, I'm going to boycott the voting. At least people will come and see me. I've been documenting the number of villages in Tamil Nadu. More than 20 Dalit villages have boycotted this election. And they've been saying it for the last 3 months. And they've been putting boards outside the villages. They've been putting posters outside the villages. They did it in the last election, Lok Sabha election. They did it in this election also. And Stalin did not do anything. And, the question comes in, all these things will be measured in the SC/ST Vigilance Committee. The Stalin has to measure this. Stalin has to monitor this every, 6 months. But in this 5 year, he has only held 3 meetings. That is the SC/ST Commission report from Delhi. Now, if it's like, people said, okay, this is my last bet. I'm saying I'll not vote for you. So why their government is not, giving anything for it is because they think, okay, if they're going to vote against me. Because they're very disgruntled with DMK. So if they're going to vote, they're going to, turn against me. So let them better not vote. That's the reason they even said, Imam has sent a notice after the election. As if Imam doesn't know. Imam's brother is a minister in DMK government. Imam is a Dalit. Doesn't Imam know that these things exist? These people say in the documentary that they have been sending state SC/ST Commission reports on renaming the village. Not just this village, a lot of village. That's the reason they brought this act in October 2025 for namesake, lip service, nothing else. Nothing else.
You think the new government will do something about it? Do you think it will move now? Maybe they are busy with elections, the new government formation. Do you have hope, Charlene Maria Lawrence?
No. If DMK comes to power, nada. It's not going to happen. I'm damn sure about it. That's right. We all voted against DMK. If they come to power, they will sustain this caste system. They will sustain the segregation from temples to everywhere. They'll sustain it. That's the reason we have voted again. So we'll wait for May 4th until, there is a change of power. There's another party which comes in. We will push that party. Whoever party which comes in, we'll push that party. But if DMK comes in, it's a great battle for you. I'm telling you, right now I'm talking to you freely. And if the DMK comes back to power, activists like me or activists from Paracheri or the whole village, everybody will be taken for a ride. Now, they'll be beaten up for calling out these issues. Even now we are threatened. People are going and cutting the water supply of villages. DMK people are going and cutting the water supply of villages, asking why you never voted for DMK.
Oh my God.
And I really hope DMK faces a very big loss this time.
I still have hope in our democracy, and don't worry, Charlene, I will find you wherever you are. Thank you so much.
I will be there for sure. I get scared, I get fear, but the next moment I am like, I will not stop it. I will talk for my people. Who will talk for my people? Only we have to do that, right?
Yes.
We will do that for sure. Yeah.
On that note,
and my upcoming book's name is Perum Paracheri, because Chennai name is Paracheri.
Oh wow.
So I just want to, I want to say this because I want to change the whole concept of how the Parayar assertion should work in Tamil Nadu. So let's see how the landscape changes.
Absolutely. On that very hopeful note, thank you very much, Charlene Maria Lawrence, as always.